All right, could this year's NFL Combine be in jeopardy, folks? Apparently, agents of 150 plus top prospects are threatening a boycott of this year's Combine due to the COVID restrictions in place in Indianapolis. I'm going to break down everything going on with the story, as well as give you my 2 cents on the whole situation. But if you could first, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you get these daily update videos, share this video with your friends. It really helps the channel out a lot. We are growing like crazy. All right, so reports are that the agents of 150 plus top prospects are threatening to boycott this year's NFL Scouting Combine in Indianapolis due to the league's COVID-19 policy surrounding the event. So, for those of you who don't know, NFL Combine's held for the top prospects every year. Teams get a medical report, we get workouts, we get physicals. We got to look at these top draft prospects, and it's really important stuff. You know, not everybody works out all the time, but this and team pro days are the big deal to get looks, get interviews with players before you start making multi-million-dollar investments in guys. And a lot of them are now threatening a boycott due to the COVID-19 procedures in place in Indianapolis. So apparently last week, players were informed that there is going to be a COVID bubble in the Combine area in Indianapolis. That means no external personnel whatsoever, only the prospects and or medical staff. If some player has a medical issue or something like that, they can have a medical trainer with them. But that is it. No access to personal trainers, on-field people, all the people in their camp that players need to be prepared, get ready for stuff like that, massage therapists, stuff like that, not available to the players, and this has caused a huge pushback from the agents of these players, and I totally get it. You need to have your crews there. They also are looking at a workout issue. They want to have it changed. This year, they're going to have the bench press on the same day as on-field workouts. Never happened before, and they don't like that because guys, you know, they expend energy going for that bench press. You want to put up 225, 10, 25 times, who knows what you want to do depending on your position. And then going on the on-field, it could affect your workouts after burning out like that, because it's a burnout, folks. Don't kid yourself. It is still failure. So guys, you know, they want to have a day rest, day repair, and it makes total sense. Another issue with them is the vaccine policy. Players need to be vaccinated and boosted if eligible to get in to the draft bubble. And this is another thing that the players and agents are pushing back on. And I totally get that. Where we are with COVID. Seems completely unnecessary. But this could be huge. If we don't have access to the Combine here and players just show up for medical evaluations and that's it, then we're going to rely on pro days. And this puts teams in an awkward spot because they got to travel to all these different pro days all across the country. And, you know, they all want to get their time with the player, but they don't have easy access to them. So it's a huge, huge impact for these players, for teams to evaluate them. Now, we can slow down a little bit here. Adam Schefter with some clarification over here on this. They're saying the agents are not threatening a boycott. They're asking them to unbubble, which makes total sense. The biggest thing is the bubble. They don't want the bubble. They don't want players to be in the bubble. And what are we doing now here in February? Nobody's in a bubble. We're basically opened up. It's ridiculous. They didn't even test NFL players before the Super Bowl and in the playoffs. I know this for a fact. They were not testing people. They didn't care. People are playing. We're not having anybody miss due to COVID at this point. So why are you doing this now? Because it's optics. Now, the NFL, you know, is in trouble here because they're pushing back. They're saying, oh, no, this is all the Combine. It's not related to us. And the Combine's like, nah, it's you, the NFL. It's all you guys. We didn't want to do this. You guys want to do this. So both parties are pushing back and forth. You know this is a problem here. Now, this could spell the beginning of the end of the Combine. Some people say it's outdated and antiquated. I love the Combine. I love watching guys work out, do the same drills, not in a confined environment where it's set up for their success. It's kind of raw. It's kind of open on the field. You know, nobody's going to be perfect, but I like learning a lot of stuff. I like watching all the prospects all at once do the drills. I like looking at measurements. I trust the NFL's evaluation process through this event. So I think this is good. Now, they have caught some criticism in the past due to some interview shenanigans that they've gone through with players. They ask players some very uncalled for questions that you can't legally ask people on job interviews. And this is a job interview. So that's a big problem there. So maybe that'll cool down a little bit where teams interview players and don't necessarily go through crazy stuff. But yeah, back to this. Adam Schefter reporting they're not they're not threatening a boycott. Players would have show up in mass, hold off on workouts until their pro day, encourage players to do their medical evaluations, do interviews, non-physical testings, and then clubs have expressed privately that they're fine with players not working out. Players haven't worked out before, and they've been okay with that. They've held off the pro day. Usually it's due to an injury or something a little bothering them. But we'll see where this takes it. I'm not sure how the NFL is going to react to this. They're going to look so bad pulling back from the bubble. There shouldn't be a bubble, but they're going to look bad if they don't get rid of the bubble. But they also look bad if they do get rid of the bubble. You know, going back and forth. I'm for doing the right thing. Get rid of the bubble. Have these players work out. I want to see these players on the field. I want to see them get tested all throughout the combine. NFL teams get their evaluation, get their hands on them, get to do some job interview stuff with them. Love the combine. Want them to do this. It's a really interesting fact, though, that this could be the end of the combine as it's good. The NFLPA is backing the players in their move here, which I get. These are future employees. They want them to have access to all their trainers, all their coaches, all their people that they need to be the best that they can to make the most money possible. But honestly, it makes a lot of sense for them to back it up. No bubbles should be in place. NFLPA totally agrees with me here with the players. They're backing up these future prospects, which you love to see. It's just another issue between players and ownership in the leagues, and the leagues got to get this shit under control. They're all about optics is the problem here. They're not following the science. They're not following data. They're all about optics on what looks good here. And it looks good to have everybody in a bubble and everybody be safe from COVID. Ridiculous. Just such a stupid point by the league. This could be the end of the combine. If the players do actually hold out, we're going to be stuck with pro days all across the country every year. Going to be expensive on teams having to travel to all these different pro days. Better for the players not having to go, they say, but I'm pretty sure the NFL covers the cost of players going to the combine and their housing and their hotel accommodations. So I don't know what the argument is there. It's just more of a controlled workout, less on the fly, on the spot, in an open environment, which is more like what you want to see players in, not in their easy, home, happy environment like that. So pro days do have their downside, and you're not going to have as much access to the player as you'd like. The interviews aren't going to be as long. They got to talk to all these teams, especially top prospects. They're going to talk to a lot of teams, and they're not going to give you all the time that you would have over the next over like a weekend that you have in Indianapolis. So let me know what you guys think. Should the NFL keep the bubble? Should they go back, open it up for the players? Should the players boycott if there is a bubble? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Again, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, share this video with your friends, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.